Today we're checking out the new range of multi-effects pedals from Rowin. I'll also leave some time codes in the description, as each of them will also have their own jam track. Let's get into it. Alright, let's get into it. Today I'm playing the Harley Benton CST-24T electric guitar. We're going into the Joyo Jackman Bantamp amplifier on the clean channel, and then into the Marshall 2x12 box, and it's loaded with some Celestion 7080 speakers, mic'd up with an SM57, and this is the clean tone on bridge. Here we go. Starting with some distortion in classic mode. Here we go. Over to tight mode. Oh, almost. I thought it was going to take off. And over to natural distortion. Alright, so they're the three different voicings you can get on the distortion. Now to my ear in the room, I didn't hear that much of a difference, but I got it up pretty loud, so it might be more evident on the actual recording. Over to the second section of the pedal now, which is the Ocean Verb setting. I have the mix at about 10 o'clock, somewhere around there, and we're going to start off on the spring reverb, which is the center position. This is neck pickup. Over to room. I really like that. I think that sounds pretty musical. And over to Shimmer. Let's give this a go. Beautiful. It just sounds like a wider space than the other two. That's about it in terms of what I can tell. Let's see what the delay sounds like. For right now, I'm going to leave the Ocean Verb on the Shimmer setting. I think it sounds pretty nice using both together. This is all going into the front end of the amplifier as well. And now, with some distortion in the classic mode. Here we go. Yeah, not bad. Over to the next pedal now, and what I'm going to do is start on the delay for this one. Let's just try some simple chord stuff. Neck pickup. Now this pedal, much like the last one, has the Ocean Verb setting as well, so all of these are the same as what you just heard, so I'm not going to cover all of them, but what I am going to do is turn this one on as well so you can hear how they both work together. Beautiful. Let's check out each of the three modulation effects now, starting with the chorus. I've also left the reverb and delay on, but I've switched the reverb over to room reverb. Here we go. All right. Over to the vibe, which is one of my favorite effects. All right, we're going to need to turn the intensity of that down and possibly the speed. Let's try this. Beautiful. And over to the phaser. Let's try this. Very cool. And over to the last pedal now, and what we're going to do is start on the overdrive, which is the warm setting to begin with, then we'll try the hot setting. It's just the gain stage difference. We're also going to leave the echo on, which is like an analog delay. This is one of those really cool kind of bluesy tones. Let's just turn the gain up a little more so you can hear how it sounds. All right, over to the hot mode. So that mode is way louder than the warm mode. Have a listen again. I would say it's 100% louder on the hot mode than the warm mode. So if you're going to use the warm mode and you want more volume, you have to sort of crank up the level. Let's try this. I actually prefer that over the hot mode. To my ear, that's more sort of what I would go for. And the good thing about it is you're not going to be switching it mid-song because it is a small toggle switch. So yeah, just set it to the one that works best for you. And over to the ensemble effect, and what this does, it kind of like doubles the part and slightly pitch shifts it off. Let's take a listen. And now with it on. So that's on the deep setting, over to normal. And now, let's combine them all, but we're going to go to the modulation delay and try that again. Here we go. And now just for kicks, let's go over to the hot setting, but I'm going to turn the volume down. Here we go. There we go. Thanks for watching, folks. This is Shane. So what do I think of these pedals overall? In terms of the tones, they're pretty good. There's only one thing I did notice. There's a little bit of a weird sort of digital artifact on some of the reverbs if you crank them up too far, but other than that, I think they're pretty musical, especially the distortion and overdrive tones. They're extremely usable. Interestingly enough though, or unfortunately maybe, you can't run the actual modulations or delays out into the effects loop and then the distortion straight into the front end. There's no effects loop on any of them, so just this little limitation there, but these are fairly inexpensive pedals as well, and for what you pay, they're pretty decent. Now, in terms of the chorus effects and all of that kind of thing too, I think they sounded really nice. The delays are just really, really musical. Just going into the front end of this Joyo band amp amplifier, I thought that sounded pretty good. Let me know your thoughts on the tones as well. Miking up an actual speaker, no IRs or anything like that. They all delivered the goods. One of the interesting things, as I commented on the video on this one, was the difference between the warm and the hot setting, and the output volume was huge. It was easily 100% or 50% to 100% louder. So it was doubled, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So 100% louder. So yeah, it was much, much louder on the hot one than the warm. Just be very cautious of that. If you start off on warm, you click it up, it's gonna get really, really loud really quickly. So yeah, just food for thought there. Thanks again, a massive thanks to Rowin for sending these out for the review. I really appreciate it. If you wanna find out more about them, links will be in the description below. But overall, for their price, I think they're pretty good. If you're looking for an inexpensive multi-effects pedal, check them out. Thanks guys, see ya.